Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hello, welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. Bobbie and I are here getting the food ready for family reunion.
Yay, family reunion.
Yes, they're coming.
Few hours. 9, 10, 11, 12, 4
hours.
We can
So
do this.
we got to push it.
Yeah,
so we're going to make a cornbread salad or dip that we really like this at home. And my daughter-in-law specifically likes it, but then she won't make it. She just waits for me to make it.
That's what makes it better.
I guess. So anyway, with this recipe, we're going to start with a cornbread mix, and you can use your favorite cornbread mix. Just make sure that it fits in the right size pan. Don't get one for a 9x13 and then it's a real thin. Make sure you know what you're doing with that. But I'm trying for the first time the southern cornbread, because normally I use sweet cornbread. But this should be really good because of the spices that are in it. So that's in there, so you need to dump that in the bowl.
Okay. My dog is jumping and she wants in the pictures too, so sorry for...
And to that, we're going to follow the directions on what goes in it on the package. So it calls for a cup of milk, or you could use buttermilk if you wanted to.
I don't have buttermilk, I have coconut milk.
Do you know how to make that into buttermilk?
No.
Add a teaspoon of vinegar to it.
Oh, easy.
And that way
and then I don't have to buy a whole jug of
because it goes
butter.
to waste
Right.
at our house if we don't, so I just make my own.
Oh, nice.
So,
Well,
but you can just use regular milk though. Yeah, 1 cup of milk.
What do I start with?
A third cup of melted butter, and then the 2 eggs. And Bobbie's starting a new adventure with eggs, made me think. She's got her own chicken.
I do. I'm so excited. I have raised them since they were babies. They just got their coops last weekend, and they're beautiful.
What kind of chickens are they?
We have 5, well, right now, part of them are my son's. So we have some sapphire gems, some golden lace Wyandottes. Those were my pick. They're beautiful. They're all beautiful. And then Easter eggers, which are beautiful red.
Yes, and their eggs are so pretty when they lay them.
And the sapphire gem is supposed to be really pretty too. Have really pretty eggs too. So,
which the nutritional value is the same.
Yes, nothing changes in them at all.
How pretty they are.
Just how pretty they are. The sapphire gem and the Easter eggers will lay more eggs than the Wyandottes. The Easter eggers can lay up to about 300 eggs a year.
Oh. We've been laughing though because while we're cooking all of our little scraps and stuff, we save them. They go to the chickens.
I know. Oh wait, we can use that for the chickens. Which is great because we were also talking about how I would like to have a garbage disposal and I can't because my husband doesn't think I'm responsible. Anyway, I do have a fresh or a natural one now.
That's right. Okay, so how are we going to change this? We're going to add a small can of green chilies that are chopped. Juice? It's opened. Yeah, juice and all. Undrained. Yeah, good luck.
I love green chilies.
I do too. We're going to put into that 1/8 of a teaspoon of cumin. And I couldn't find your measuring spoons again. Just shake some in there.
Oh, good. So I can get it too. Tell me when to stop.
Keep going. There you go.
Okay. That's an 8.
That's roughly an 1/8. An eighth of a teaspoon of dried oregano. And just a pinch of rubbed sage.
So good.
And this is funny because not all pinches are created equal.
Right.
You know?
It's very true. And I love sage too.
I do too. Makes me think of Thanksgiving with the
turkey stuffing.
Yes, stuffing and all that good stuff. Okay. And then we're going to pour that into a sprayed 8x8 and we're going to bake that at the package says 375. until it passes the toothpick test.
Okay.
And then we'll be ready to move on to the rest of the recipe. So we're back finishing up our cornbread dip, and Bobbie's going to just cut it in half first. And we're going to use half of this on one layer and the other half on another layer. So she's going to crumble half of that up, and it's still a little warm, but it's not, I don't think it's too bad.
Okay. I'm just going to move this over.
So we're done baking.
Good.
As far as this is concerned, so it's still a little doughy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of around that.
We'll just mix it in.
So we're going to put that in our 9x13. And we also have some pinto beans that we're going to use. And we have a pound of bacon that I cooked and crumbled this morning. And we have, I diced up 1 green pepper and a bunch of green onions and then 3 tomatoes. And this is where I said, I love these trays.
Yes, those trays are awesome. Troy's friend designed and made those. You can find them on Facebook, Clean and Prep, and you can bring them right to the table even.
Yeah, and it's so neat because when I cut these tomatoes up and all the juice, it just stayed. And you're going to do watermelon.
Watermelon
later.
is the bomb. I mean, you don't even have to. And then what I've done too, so I've cut those watermelon and cantaloupe, and I actually keep it on that tray and bring it out. So then all those.
Yeah, because on a regular cutting board, it's everywhere.
Everywhere. Oh my gosh.
I know, paper towel, right?
Right.
Yeah, there's a standing joke. I walk around and I gather my paper towels, and I've been trying to retrace my steps, and
it's hilarious.
Do that.
If we lose her, we just follow the paper
follow
towels.
the trail.
No,
but there really is a paper trail in my case. Okay, so half of the beans.
Okay. So funny. I'm gonna get a spoon out of here.
And this dip, when you're done, it has to be refrigerated, but it's great with either like Ritz crackers to dip that, or chips, tortilla chips, or you can eat it just as a salad.
I think I'm really gonna love this.
It really is good.
I love pinto greens and cornbread.
And sometimes, depending on who's going to be at our house, some of our kids don't like beans at all. Some of them don't like pinto, but like black beans.
Oh yeah,
so
you can mix it.
Yeah, so you can mix it. This has a cup of mayo, a cup of sour cream, and then 1 package of ranch, and you're gonna mix that up.
Perfect. Ranch makes everything better.
Really, you like ranch? I like blue cheese.
I don't like ranch.
You don't like ranch?
I mean, I don't mind it. It's not my favorite, but it's a staple in this house because everybody else in the house loves ranch.
Yeah.
Put ranch in the mashed potatoes.
Oh, really?
Oh, yep. Oh yeah, my daughter makes them with mashed potatoes and then sour cream and ranch.
And ranch dressing?
Oh, they're really good.
I've never heard of people putting ranch in it. I've heard other things, but...
Ranch.
Okay, so then half of that is going to go over this layer.
So
I keep thinking of things that I leave over on the table. But I'm about to clean my mess up on the table. I was telling Carol I'm not going to be responsible for that anymore.
yeah.
And then it calls for, the recipe calls for 2 cans of corn, but we use homegrown corn.
Yep.
So half of this goes on there.
Perfect.
And it was frozen corn, but
Nice.
it's been thawed and drained.
We
And
talked about our frozen corn last night.
yes, we did. And that probably comes out more than 2 cans when it's 2 packages, but it's
that's
okay.
corn, yeah. That's
I'm
corn.
fine. How are you? Good. You learn anything today? Oh,
She's learning how much she loves us.
yes, and how I do not want to.
You can set that on top of that if you want to.
Is that good?
Okay, yep. Okay, and then we're going to do half of our tomatoes, and half of our green onions, and half of our green peppers, and half of our bacon, and half of our cheese. We're making a cornbread dip, so we'll eat it later. I tried to think of things that we could actually eat when we.
Right.
Or drinking our moonshine.
Yeah. Yeah, we made like 19 quarts of moonshine last night. And we didn't drink a bunch of it. Half of the green onions and half of the green peppers.
But yeah, they're so good. So tasty.
And I'm curious to see this morning if the chocolate moonshine is still thin and pourable, or if it turned to pudding.
Let's see if Jackie's got the knack.
Yes.
Because she didn't even make a mess when she
I
poured
know. She was just
whatever.
like a regular brewmaster.
Mm-hmm. She thinks she knows what she's doing. She obviously does, because she did it.
Okay.
On your van.
So we're doing the dip. We're going to do a couple kinds of wings.
So pretty.
Half of the bacon.
Yeah.
This looks so pretty.
Yeah, it is very colorful.
Yeah.
I
love colorful
food,
I do
which
too.
is easy.
It's funny, all your senses play in when you're cooking.
Yep.
And yeah,
And they do say that.
yeah. That's my mother-in-law had this casserole recipe, and she didn't ever tell me how to assemble it. So I did it one time. I'm telling you, it tasted good.
But it didn't look pretty.
It looked like the dog threw up in the bowl.
See,
it
people
was-
gotta pass on their secrets.
I know, it's awful when you do that. And we have looked for her recipe. She's passed, and we've looked
can't
for her
find it.
recipe box, and we can't find it anywhere.
Her whole recipe box?
Her whole recipe box.
Sad.
Okay, so then we're just going to repeat.
Okay.
So
do it
cornbread,
again.
Cornbread.
and that's all there is to this salad, and we will show you a finished picture.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're at Bobbie's with cooking with some friends, and this is my Uncle Joe.
Poor thing.
Yeah. And he is sharing a recipe today of a cucumber salad that Barb used to make, evidently, by your conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's fallen to him to keep it alive, I guess. But although Lisa said she wanted to make it. So anyway, he's taken 2 large cucumbers and peeled and sliced those, and 2 tomatoes and not peeled them, but diced them up.
Hopefully,
Do what?
hopefully there's no fingerprints.
Yeah. You know, we were telling stories on you when it was just
Oh
terrible.
Lord,
Hey, and did Ron get to share some of his jokes with you yet?
not yet.
Okay,
We
I said.
haven't had a chance
Okay,
yet.
I said, you know, Uncle Joe's going to need to hear those jokes. So. And then he's going to mix his dressing up right here.
Yep.
So 1 bowl prep.
1 bowl prep.
There's spoons right in front of you if you need. Right over there. And so your recipe calls for how much? I know, you eyeball it. But
I eyeball it. Usually,
I'll kind of watch you and
Yeah.
guesstimate, okay? Cup of mayo. We'll see if we need more.
we will.
Okay.
Not much though.
You're done? Yeah. Thought you were going down there.
No, we were just telling stories like who the baby in the family was.
Not
and-
me.
Yeah, and none of that. On my Facebook feed, your birthday and Carol's come up as the same day. Isn't that weird?
It's mom.
It's mom's old
It's
page.
mom and
Ah. And it's because of old
They
pages.
changed
Ah,
her name to.
I
that's
was,
what it is. Because I kept thinking they're not twins. They don't have the same birthday.
no, I wouldn't be her twin.
Yeah.
I'm too ugly.
Down there.
That's probably one of the kindest things he said to you, isn't it? No. And besides the
I'm gonna
mayo,
put
so
one more
you,
in there.
okay, so maybe a cup and a quarter.
Yeah. Make it good and sloppy.
So you put sugar in with this as well.
Right. I just, when it gets to this point, then I just start adding a little sugar until it starts tasting decent.
Okay. And no salt.
No salt, no pepper.
Now, if they like salt and pepper, they could
They
add
can
it.
add it.
But and no onion, because a lot of people put onion in their cucumber.
Mm-hmm. Salads.
Yep.
Yeah. It's starting to get nice,
It's nice and creamy looking.
creamy. Yeah.
He doesn't like things very spicy.
Okay. Sugar, sugar, sugar.
In the big bag right there. And there's a measuring cup here if you just want to scoop, or you can do whatever you want.
Pretty little.
That it?
Yeah. Put this over here so I ain't quite so
Okay.
sloppy.
I was wondering how you were managing that with your lunch like that.
Gosh.
So about a tablespoon, and we'll taste and see if that's enough.
Yep.
Nervous for being on TV.
You can also use sweet and low or
Artificial sweetener of some
artificial, or,
sort.
yeah. I usually use when Lynn's around.
Yeah, if you have someone who's either
Yeah,
diabetic or just,
diabetic.
yeah. Just dip your finger on it.
Okay.
You washed them for the tomatoes and stuff, so.
Taste it. A little more?
I think it's good like it is.
I think it is too.
Okay, so about a tablespoon of it.
Yeah.
Super, and that's all there is to it.
That's all there is to it.
Yay.
I'm done.
Okay. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.